Bill Apter from OneWrestling.com. How you doing? How you doing? Great, great. It's good. It's good to see you. And what I wanted to talk to you about real quickly is you've been kind of out of contendership for the World Heavyweight title for a little while. You have a great history of the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, of course. What will it take? Well, first of all, what kind of went wrong where you kind of fell out of contention for a little while?
I mean, quite simply put, I mean, there's those within the company that don't want me in any type of contention, or they don't want me within the confines of a championship run. 'Cause let's face it, I mean, you get me to the top, I'm a little bit more ruthless than people like me to be. So, I mean, I can understand, you know, you don't want to keep, you want to keep your new acquisitions good and healthy. You don't want them hurt, beat up all the time, and you know, I could name off 22 million conspiracy theories, but bottom line is the opportunities haven't been there, but I'll make my own, like I always have.
I was going to say, how do you plan to get back into contention?
I mean, quite simply put, I mean, I'll do what I did when I first got to TNA, and that's pretty much run roughshod over every single piece of competition they put in front of me. I mean, no matter who it was, no matter who they put out there that night, no matter who they put in the ring with Samoa Joe, inevitably I destroyed them and I moved on.
There are a lot of guys that were afraid to wrestle you because you're so tough. So does that, you feel that still exists?
There's a lot of guys now that are scared to wrestle me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a large roster known as TNA Wrestling that's scared to wrestle me. Because, I mean, you know, I'll be honest, and you ask anybody that's ever been in the ring with me, win, lose, or draw, you don't ever really win with me. And when you lose bad. You know, you walk away with injuries, you walk away hurt, you walk away limping. You don't walk away from a Samoa Joe match going, you know, I can't wait to wrestle next week. You know, you hopefully are, you know, able to keep down food next week. I mean, that's just basically how I've always been. You know, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna give everything I got, I'm gonna go hard, I'm gonna go harder than anybody you've ever seen in that ring. And I'm gonna hurt you one way or another.
Talk right into the camera as if you're looking at the members of the championship committee. What do you want to say to them?
Quite simply put, you know what I'm capable of. You know what I've done to people in the past, and you know what I'll do to people in the future. I am Samoa Joe. Nothing has changed. I am pro wrestling. And rest assured, by hook or by crook, no matter what your plans or machinations are, I will be TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
One question that I'm asking all the wrestlers here tonight, the 5 deadliest maneuvers in pro wrestling. Past, present, guys you've watched, holds you've used.
You know, 5 deadliest moves in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, first on the top of that list, that's my muscle buster. I mean, let's face it. I hit you with that, everything hurts. Not just your neck, not just your spine, your whole body. I mean, when you come after that, I mean the rear naked choke. I mean, not only myself as a practitioner, but practitioners around the world. The greatest champions in the world have been choked out. And I mean, that lends credence and credibility to it being one of the most deadly holds in the world.
Okay.
When you talk about, you know, men that I've always seen and kind of come up with, that I've looked at their moves and I've said to myself, you know, that impact, what they do has been deadly. I mean, you have to talk about Arn Anderson's spine buster. I think he mastered and perfected the craft of applying it to people, and he does it very well. You got to look at Stan Hansen's lariat. I mean,
broke a lot of necks with that.
Broke a lot of necks with that. I mean, Bruno Sammartino had a neck that could probably lift up a ton of logs, but I mean, he wasn't walking after he got hit with it.
Right. 2 more.
And you know, I mean, beyond that, I mean, you got obviously Inoki's Enziguri. I mean, I was fortunate enough that, you know, I actually got to sit in a ring and work with him one-on-one and learn the nuances and the deadly applications of it in any situation. And, you know, last but not least, it's hard to come up with 5.
Yeah.
I'll go with Randy Savage's elbow drop. I mean, it wasn't so much how he did it, but his placement was always impeccable. I mean, he knew just how to hit you just right, just to make that sternum cave in and put you out for just enough time. I mean, that's a credit to a man being a master of what he does.
Okay. Samoa Joe here with Bill Apter on OneWrestling.com.